Okay, this is not a review, this is a first ride, first impressions if you like. So this is the Etnies, as you I'm sure will know from the logo on the side, Etnies Camber Crank MTB shoe. I didn't know that Etnies did mountain bike shoes, if I'm perfectly honest, but then since putting a question out on social media, I've seen quite a few people have been wearing these and been wearing another model from them as well. So I actually, it seems that they've been making mountain bike shoes for a little while. Who knew? Brandon Semenuk knew apparently, because he has his own signature version. So there you go. So that was actually one of the things that made me think, well, they can't be that bad. So Brandon Semenuk has a signature version of these shoes. So I figured there's some kind of pedigree in getting some flat shoes from Etnies. I was warned to go up a size, and to cut a long story short, the sizes on the Etnies UK site are in US sizes, which, as you can see, and you may know, US sizes are one smaller than UK sizes. So I'm glad I did go up. I went up half a size, so I'm typically a 9. So therefore I bought a 9.5 US, which basically means I bought an 8.5 UK. So they're feels slightly narrow across the middle here, whatever that part of your foot is called, but there's plenty of room down here. So initially I felt they were a bit tight. I wore them around the house for an hour and I sort of stopped noticing it. I went out, rode the bike for probably about 3 hours and didn't notice it at all. So if I were you, if you're a UK 9, buy a UK 9. If you go up a size, yes, you might find they go a bit wider, but you might just find you end up with longer shoes. I don't know. So my suggestion is try them on if you can. Yes, so they're nice and warm. They've got some 3M Thinsulate padding all around here, so they were nice and warm. My feet weren't cold. My toes were cold by the time I got home, but that's kind of par for the course, I think, when you're out riding in the middle of December. And yeah, they were all right. They're not too bad. They didn't. My feet didn't get wet. They did around the ankles, but then of course, you know, puddles are going to get in over the ankles. But generally, other than just around the edge here, my feet were dry. So I'm quite pleased with that. I'm also pleased that they look really cool. The soles are a Michelin rubber. I don't know what sort of technical sort of specification the rubber is, but they're obviously designed for gripping flat pedals. It's a very hard sole. So the jury's out a little bit at the moment. I only went for a sort of a cross-country ride, so I wasn't too bothered. But I did notice that if I wasn't really putting any pressure on my pedals, my foot would tend to be floating a little bit, which is maybe I need to check the pins. I don't know, but I think that it worries me a little bit if I'm on any sort of techie stuff where I'm going to be perhaps jumping or dropping and my feet might come off the pedals. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't had that problem with these, but then these are about as soft and supple as they come at the moment. So, yeah, that's it. That's just my first impression. So they're the Etnies Camber Crank. Please shop around. I bought these on the Etnies website, and I went for the colour that I fancied, which was about 20 quid more than some of the other colours. So you could get these in like a blue and red and various other colours, but I really fancied this black and gold, and cost me about 20 quid extra, which is a bit silly really, because all they're going to do is get muddy. Anyway, Camber Crank, Etnies MTB shoes. I'm sure that I will be giving you a full review once I've had a few more rides with these on.